You love. It's not for me to say. You love.
Hi nail fam, I hope that you are well. It's your girl TiaBella. I was on Amazon UK as I always am, and I found this little inexpensive dipping powder kit and I had to get it. There was a yellow, a green, a blue, and a red inside here that I was really attracted to because I don't have some of those colors in my current collection of dip powders. So once I opened up the box, there is an information card in here telling you how to apply the dipping powders. There is a mini file that was also wrapped, and there was also a kind of unicorn colored, multicolored dusting brush, which I probably will not use because I have many of those already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the dipping powder jars out of this little container. I'm going to peel off the plastic because all of them are shrink wrapped. And then we are going to go ahead and swatch these colors to see if this was a good buy. So I have all of my swatch sticks here and they are ready and labeled. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up all of these containers and we are going to take a look at how these colors play out on these swatch sticks, because it's one thing to see the colors here in the jars or even on the Amazon websites, but it's another when you actually swatch them. Now, this kit did not come with any dipping liquids, so I'm going to use my dipping liquids from Savlon, which is from a previous dipping powder kit that I purchased off of Amazon as well. So if you're new to dipping liquids and dipping powders, basically it usually comes with 4 liquids: the base, the top, the activator, and then the brush cleaner. What you want to do is apply your base coat first. While it is wet, immediately go ahead and dip your swatch stick or your nail into the dipping powder at a 45-degree angle. Once you have dipped your nail in, you're going to tap off the excess and you're just going to allow it to dry. These are regular base gels and top gels, so they do not require a UV lamp. And here is how that yellow is looking. Definitely more on the banana side than it is on the mustard side. So I'm going to rest that swatch stick down, let it self dry, and then I'm going to move on to the next dipping powder. And it's the same process of applying base gel, then dipping into the dipping powder. And as you can see here, we're looking at maybe a stone gray. Yeah, definitely giving me, you know, those concrete kind of dark steel gray kind of vibes on that one. So here we have a kind of nude color. This is giving me a very sandy, very tan color, a beige color. Just gonna go ahead and continue to swatch all of the colors. And then we're gonna get into a nail design, which was inspired by Instagram. So this color definitely has to be my favorite, not only because it's purple, but there seems to be like a very fine glitter and shimmer to this color. You might not be able to see it on the camera because it's just a subtle glitter, but it's so pretty. It definitely is going to be one of my favorites, and I'm gonna do a nail set with this color. That's how pretty that is. All right, so moving on to the remaining colors. I thought I'd just come back just for that purple because that was a really pretty color. So this is pink. Definitely a little bit chalky. You can see, like, even from the top of the jar, it's like really thick. Like, it's not as smooth and thin like the other colors were. So when I can tell that a product is chalky based on how the powder lays in the jar. Like if you see like little mountains, like sand dunes, you know, I feel like they are a little bit chalky, but when they aren't chalky, they just kind of lay flat. They don't move as much. There aren't any like hills and steps. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So again, this one definitely a little bit on the chalky side. It's very thick, but it is so pigmented. The color is so pigmented. the color was getting everywhere actually. It was getting onto my glove, it was getting onto the mat. That is a real stunning red. So I'm definitely happy about that red. All right, so I'm gonna let you watch for a little bit. Then I'll come back when we've made some progress with all of these beautiful colors. So that was a nice kind of khaki color, khaki tan brown. And now we've moved on to this color, and this reminded me of dirt. Does it not look like that muddy clay brownie kind of dirt? I thought that was so funny. But again, I kind of like the color. I think it's really pretty. I think it's a nice milk chocolate brown. It just looks really kind of dirt-like. So here is the green that I was also excited for because I don't have like a really strong green. And I noticed that some of the powder escaped. So it seems like that seal that was on top of the jar seemed to have been damaged. So it was kind of broken, but that's okay. I loved this green. This again was another kind of vibrant color, and it was not too chalky. Like the powder isn't separating too much. So it went on really smoothly, and I thought it was really pretty. And this is going to be perfect for some kind of spring designs. You could probably use that color for the fall as well. All right, so we're down to the last few. I'm just going to quickly swatch these last few, and then we are going to go ahead and dust them off. Once we've dust off that excess powder after they have dried, then we are going to go in with the second coat. Now I'm going to do the second coat of all of these colors off camera because already it's been a long swatching anyway, and we still have a nail design to go. And I did mess up on this one. I don't know what made me touch the product whilst it was, still wet. So ignore my swatching skills. All right, so here are all of the colors after I've applied a second coat. I really messed up. That's why they look so lumpy, but here's how they look in the natural sunlight. And as you can see, the colors are definitely much more vibrant in the sun with that second coat. So now we're going to move on to the nail design. Now, I'm going to be applying the kind of indigo dipping powder that I showed you last. I absolutely loved this color, and as soon as I saw it, I immediately knew which design I wanted to do for this nail set. So I have my Beetles Gel Polish here. I'm going to use this Beetles base and top gel as my dipping powder liquids. I've already applied my nails. I used my press-on glue as well as my adhesive primer from Bellavena, which is also known as DoubleDip. And I also applied my peel-off base coat from Madam Glam, which is now my new favorite peel-off base coat. So once I've applied the nails and I used my Melody Susie drill to kind of file and clean it up, I'm now just going to go ahead and wipe these nails down with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol just to remove any of that excess dust. I did again get a few bubbles into my nails, but I am not concerned about the bubbles because these nails are all going to be covered up anyway, and I'm popping these back off. Now, once I'm done dehydrating the nails, now I'm going to go in with a thin layer of base gel over all of the nails. And I do not cure the base gel. Like I said, I'm using the base gel as my dipping liquids. Once I've covered the nail with the base gel, then I go ahead and apply the dipping powder directly on to my nail. And I'm using this cupcake liner as my sort of dipping tray. So once I'm done pouring the dipping powder onto the nail, I can take the cupcake liner and just pour the powder back into the jar. Right, easy peasy lemon squeezy. See how that acrylic powder just adhered to that base gel? It's not moving, it's gonna stay there until I'm ready to cure it. So I'm gonna be applying the dipping powder, which is acrylic powder, onto my thumb, my middle finger, as well as my pinky finger. Once I have the powder onto the nail, I just wait like a minute or two to let that powder kind of settle into that base gel. And then I'm going to cure it under my UV lamp for 45 to 60 seconds. So now that the nails have been cured, I'm going to take my dusting brush and remove any excess powder from off of all of the nails. Now I'm going to go in with a second coat of base coat, and I'm going to do a second layer of that dipping powder onto these nails. One thing about dipping powder is that it's going to add strength to these nails. When I cure my nails, they are hard as rock, just like acrylic nails. So you're still getting that acrylic nail look and that acrylic nail feel, except you're not using any monomer. And for me personally, if I can avoid monomer, I will. There is one monomer that I feel like it is okay for me. It is kind of have like a sweet smell to it. I don't know if it's just me, but the monomer from Model 1s, I absolutely love. I don't get any serious headaches or anything from it. I will be doing an acrylic set very soon with Model 1s, so stay tuned for that video coming up very soon. All right, so once I have that second layer on to all of the nails, I do go in back under my UV lamp and I give it a cure for an additional 45 seconds. Here's how all of the nails are looking so far. They are dry, they're not sticky. So now I'm gonna go in with a third layer of base gel. And this layer is just to protect all of that acrylic layer that we have going on to this nail. Once I have this base gel on and I give it a cure, we are now ready to do some nail art to these nails. So I'm going to be using my gel liners from Bellavena, these two colors here, and I'm also going to be using some gel liners from Vettsy as well. So I'm going to be doing, in case you haven't seen from the thumbnail, I'm going to be doing a thermal nail set. This was Sean Legend's photo. He did this on Nikita Dragon, and I absolutely loved how it looked. I thought it was really unique. So I'm going to be doing that on my thumb, my middle finger, as well as my pinky finger. So the colors that I'm using is going to be a red, an orange, a yellow, and a green. These are all mainly on the neon side. The Bellavena gel liners is from their Christmas collection. I do have a discount code. I will leave that down in the description. And then these Vettsy gel liners, I don't have a discount code for Vettsy as yet, but you can find them on the Vettsy website. All right, so I'm going to leave this part of the video in real time because I want you to see how much effort goes into creating these designs that require a lot of line artwork. If this is not of any interest to you, you can feel free to skip ahead. But for somebody that's out there that wants to get into nail art, that wants to practice more, I thought it would be really convenient so that you see how much work goes into it, because I apply some parts of the gel polish and then I have to flash cure it just so that doesn't move. And then I move on to the next gel polish and flash cure and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna let you watch for a few minutes and then I'll be back. I won't let it out until you let me know if you're good. Just admit it, you got it, baby. Ain't you ready to go? And you with it, you know it, lady. Damn it, baby, I know. Tell me reason she's still here waiting. And you felt this before.
All I want is you now and later. Go wherever I go. Go wherever I do. Go wherever I go. Go wherever you know. You know, you know. I don't wanna wait no more. To the sky, to the sky, to the sky. I don't wanna wait no more. The way you look at all, you let me run it down. No, I won't let it out until you let it know if you know. I'll take it all. I'll take it forever. I'll take it forever. I'll take it all. I'ma take it all. I'm honest. Let me think of this picture. This canvas is your description. Where we gon' go there? Why you want it, body? We can hold it till you got it. Yeah. Slow mo.
All right, so here is how all of the nails are looking. I did finish the rest off camera, and as you can see, each nail definitely took a few minutes to get done. So bear that in mind if you're going to be doing some line art, that there is some serious dedication, and practice makes perfect. So obviously, the more you practice, the better you get at it. So I wanted these to have some sort of reflective glitter effect to them. And we just used these Born Pretty reflective glitters just the other day. I absolutely love them. I fell in love, and I told you guys that I'll probably be using it more. So I'm just gonna glide these over all of these thermal nails just to give them, you know, a little spacey effect, because I thought they were so pretty. They reminded me of space as well too. But anyway, all right, so now let's move on to the remaining two fingers, and that is the index finger as well as my ring finger. So for these nails, I'm going to go in with a layer of base gel, and then I'm going to use this Poptart, which is the Femi Beauty Makartt collab collection. I absolutely love this color as well, one of my favorites, because it's like a jelly nude, but there is hints of glitter in this, and I thought it would be perfect to go with the glitter theme that I have going on with the other nails. Now for this nail, I'm going to go in with 2 layers of Poptart, and I'm going to be giving them a cure under the UV lamp. So here's how they look after they have been cured. Now, for this nail design, I'm going to go in with this blue gel liner. I saw this beautiful French wavy look from alexxnailedit on Instagram, and I wanted to kind of add it into this nail design. I did not think that the two were connected, but I still put them together because I felt like they would complement each other anyway, because I'm weird like that. And if this design turned out ugly, I actually would have liked it anyway. So I think it turned out pretty okay. I think they both kind of complemented each other. I think they were both weird in their own special way. So the line artwork is a challenge. I could not do this online because I could not do it on camera because it's just too detailed. It did take me a few minutes to get done. Once I have it done, then I cure it under my UV lamp. Then I go in with some top coat from Beetles, and then I add these two little space ball looking charms that I got from Shein onto those nails. Because they were so multicolored, I felt like they tied in the thermal that we had going on with the other nails. So here's how the nails looking once I am done. I felt like they turned out pretty okay. What do you guys think? Too weird for you? My daughter told me that they look like the weather channel. She thought I was, trying to tell the weather. So I thought that was super funny. And all right, guys, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.